Alright, welcome to the stream. First off, if anyone has any suggestions for what bosses I should do, let me know in the comments. People apparently only watch the first few minutes of the VODs as, like, on YouTube. So I thought I'd go ahead and ask that very quickly and very early. Yeah, you got any particular bosses you think would be good for early game of this account? Let me know. Because I think we are still a bit early game. But yeah, we are at 41 chests. I went ahead and did one more after I finished streaming last night, because I'm a masochist like that. Nothing out of it, unfortunately. We are still... yeah, still 41 chests. And yeah, let's go ahead and pot up and immediately jump in. Actually, let's not jump in. Let's double check Twitch. Okay, Twitch, it looks like it's active. Is YouTube active? Sorry, I have to double check this because OBS is saying that it's not active. I don't know what... OBS has been fighting me all day, if I'm being honest. And I have no idea why. Yep, it's active. Okay. So OBS is just lying to me. Alright. Now it's popped up. Alright, who cares? We're gonna go ahead and get into it. I'm not gonna sit and fight with OBS all day. Let's pot up, let's start fighting Torag. And let's get a actual good loot chest. Get some actual rewards for this. Be nice. I will say, to start off the stream, there's an update out today. It changed birdhouses, and I think how the, I forget the name of it is. I have it in my thing. The Explorer's Ring, how they function, and a few other small changes. I'm not being productive, I just don't remember where they are off the top of my head. Like nothing, like major mechanical changes, like bug fixes and stuff. Good stuff, mind you. Like, I don't remember off the top of my head. And I also tried Scurrius last night. I got him down to 20 HP, or 22 HP, before I had to bail, at literally 1 HP. So yeah, we should actually be able to do Scurrius in the future with not that many issues. I've got to get some more prayer points. I know that's going to help a lot. Honestly, if I had a single prayer pot, probably would have made the difference. Honestly, if I got better RNG, it probably would have made the difference as well. It would have been a bit of a bummer to get my first KC off stream, but, you know, I do like actually planning things out a little bit. Figuring out, it's like, okay, do I have a chance at defeating these bosses before I just immediately jump in? And yeah, we should be able to get Scurrius KC. And again, we don't get really that much out of it, I don't think. Like, Scurrius can drop his spine, which is pretty decent for his weapons, but we don't got a use for those. The spines can be used for XP, which I suppose is good. That'll actually be really helpful. Because that's a good way to train ranged as well. I don't remember how much, like, how many points we need in it before we can actually start using spines on them, though. I don't know. Regardless, we get the pet out of it, and I believe he drops certain pots. I don't remember if he drops prayer pots, though. If he does drop prayer pots and we get consistent kills on him, though, that'd be a good way to farm pots, which would be very nice. But yeah, I'd love to get the pet. I've got a few pets, but, like, I would love to get an actual boss pet, even if it is just Scurrius. And not to be dismissive of people who've gotten Scurrius pet, just, you know, he's an early boss, and he's intended to be a learning experience and all that kind of stuff. And so, I don't know, maybe, I was going to say people are probably going to have the boss more, but I don't actually know if people have more of the Scurrius pets than any other boss. They might not, I don't know. I bet I could look that up somewhere, but still currently at a max hit of 14 for exactly a minute. That was a very clean Torag kill. Like, that was a fantastic Torag kill. That was less than 4 minutes. Because I did the start rambling about what you call it and checking stream settings. Like, that was a fantastic kill. Let's move on to what's his face. We're still a minute out from needing to pot back up again. Alright. Cool. Also, I've decided I have a rivalry against Torag. Torag specifically. That and Obor. No idea why. Just unnecessary beef with them. I think it's funny. Ugh. I think it's Torag because he just tags me so often. Compared to the other brothers. I think I said that yesterday as well. And Obor, because I mean, I hate Obor. I still got beef with him. I never got that club. Don't got any use for it, but I want it. Speaking of, this is a really bizarre... I'm getting to a point here. There was a really bizarre post, and like people were like, I think this is a bot that wrote this. There was a post on Reddit yesterday, and it was somebody suggesting that they remove all the doors from the game. Or make it so players can remove doors individually. It was a really, like, it was for sure either, it was either written by ChatGPT or this is somebody who's, like, having a full breakdown. I don't know. That's too mean. It was weird, though. It was very strange. Like, I had to reread it a few times. I was like, this is either bot slop or it's just, like, you know, it's bizarre. But, yeah, they were basically saying doors need to be, like, players need to be able to remove doors, basically, or barricade doors, I guess. And it was very random. I think it's hilarious. I think they should remove all doors from this game. And you're like, wouldn't that mess up a ton of quests and just be kind of weird and a bit of a mess? And then all the new players would be like, where are all the doors at? Yes. I don't have a counter argument to that. I just think it'd be funny. Target my Torag and not the other Torag, because if I do, I'll wander over. And this Torag kill, knock on wood, is going decently quick. He's down to 26. Then again, I say that, and then we'll turn around and have the moment where... Oh, someone said... Ooh. We'll have the moment where he's doing what he's doing now, where we just continuously whiff on him for 10 minutes. I'm exaggerating, but, you know. Come on, Torag. I will say, if we get good RNG on this, we could have both brothers done in under 8 minutes. Which would be fantastic. Like, for this account, I mean, you know, 10-minute brothers, and then, whatchamacallit, I suppose that would get us up to about 3 chests per hour if we could get it consistent. I don't know if we ever will, but then again, we still have plenty of room to go on the stats. Because just sitting at base 70s. Speaking of which, that's going to be the title of the first video over this account. Because, I mean, I'm basically... Yep, that's 8 minutes. 8 minutes for 2 brothers. That is significant progress. We're starting off strong today. But yeah, the first video's base 70s. Because, essentially, my, like, actual journey into, like, out of free-to-play started... oh, don't snipe me. He's gonna snipe me, yep. Is gonna start whenever my character already had, like, stats up in the 70s. Just because of the amount of stats I needed to grind for. I think I defeated Obor at 60s, and then I just did quests and various stuff, and ended up hitting 70s pretty early. Which, again, it is what it is. This is by no means a traditional account, so... You know... I'm not exactly surprised we ended up with such high stats for such early content. And it's only going to get worse from here. Or better. I don't know. Alright. So then this is the tunnel. Well, we got good brother RNG, but we got bad tunnel RNG. It wasn't that bad, actually. Yeah, let's jump in the tunnel. That means he's going to be at the end of all this. Check what door it is. It's this door. Oh, we gotta go all the way around. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh. Don't you shoot. He shot me with the spell. Don't you tag me from all the way over there. He did. Yep. It is what it is. Oh, bit of lag right now as well. That's not that bad. As long as we don't disconnect, I think it's fine. Yeah, we gotta go all the way around, though. And at least we get the outer tunnels. Hello? We might have wanted to go to a slightly less full world. I'm on Trade World. I don't know why, I just always gravitate towards that one. No, but yeah, got a ton to do. I've got to fully finish recording it. Editing it, it's kind of a disaster. There's an entire part I'm recording in Gmod because I thought it was funny. Way too much for just a single bit. Like a 5-second clip. Alright. What brother do we have here? It's what's-his-face. He does prayer. He hits through prayer. We actually might have the supplies to deal with him as well. We'll try. It'd be nice to have a 3-brother chest for the increased RNG. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll after we finish the rat, we'll pot up, open the chest, try to deal with him. And yeah. Come on. There we go. Alright. Let's deal with Varrock. Oh, I forgot how accurate he is. I forgot since yesterday. Oof. Come on, Varrock. I will say, I've still been looking into the whole accuracy thing. Oof. And, yeah. There's nothing insanely major that's going to help with that at the moment. I don't think we're getting him this time. I don't want to just immediately say we're doomed, but on the other hand... yeah, I don't think we're going to get him this time. There's a reason he's not one of the 2 brothers we start with. He's still not as bad as the one that heals, but, you know. Honestly, we might want to start incorporating either the mage or the ranger. Probably the mage. Maybe the ranger. I don't know. I don't know what would be better. Yeah, let's go ahead and just search the chest. Oh, we got money out of it. That's a bummer. It is what it is. I blanked on what I was saying completely. Yeah. We could go ahead and incorporate one of the other brothers. One of the mage or the ranger, but then that adds it to the possible loot we can get. I don't know. Again, I'm not exactly sure what the right play is. And I don't like changing plans midstream as well. Also, went ahead and farmed some more Karamjas. I need to get more, honestly, because I never have enough Karamjas. I have 2,000 at the moment, and that's nowhere near enough for finishing this Barrows grind, or finishing, or even starting Scurrius. I'm exaggerating slightly. Scurrius would be fine, but, I mean, we got 400 cooked right there, so... but yeah. Too many Karamjas. I need to go and get the barrel from Tempros. I think I brought that up in yesterday's video as well. I have been grinding it out over time, but it's slow going. I like Tempros. It's weird. Not a bad... I was gonna say boss. It is a boss, but it's not a... I mean, it is a boss, but it very much is just kind of... minigame. You know what? I will say, I've seen way more people die at, it's the fire-making one. I forget what the name of it is. You get the bird pet from it. Chat, what am I thinking of? What's the name of that content? You have to wear the warm clothing. Wintertodt. It's Wintertodt. I've seen way more people die at Wintertodt than I have at Tempros. I didn't know if you could die at Tempros, because I don't think Tempros can do damage. Now that I just processed that, I was like, there's no way to die at Tempros. Maybe there is a way to take damage at it. I've never seen it. I don't know. Either way. I like Tempros as a thing, though. It's relatively fun. I got the pet really early, and I got the tackle box. So I really can't complain about it. But I do need the barrel, and, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a grind to get it. Let's go ahead and pot up. And start on Derek again. Yes, I disturbed your rest. It's what I do. Until I get this armor. I'm gonna be here a lot. Ooh. I don't know, though. But I will say, I've got to do that. I've got to do more winter taught, just get good supplies. I also got to see about getting in Ranger's Guild, because the ranging mini-game there, you do use a bow, but you don't do damage to anything. So that'd be a good mini-game to do. And there's a few other ones I thought of mentioning. I need to write them down. But it is what it is. We are not getting great RNG on him immediately. Considering we're already halfway through our prayer. Which it drains pretty quick, so it's not that much of a surprise. Speaking of, I don't know if this isn't really relevant. Combat achievements. I need to work on those as well so I can get the better hilts. I don't know what kind of tier hilt we're going to be able to get to. Because certain achievements are just locked from us. Like, we are never getting them. Because they require certain weapons. Like, all the Demon Maiden ones. All the use a certain, like, weapon type or damage type. Unless it's specifically the, Punch 4 cat. I don't think we're getting any of the specific damage type ones. I guess the melee ones actually probably too, but I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not stressing about it. I will say, I would like to get up to the point where I can take the hilt and combine it with the... I think it's the Vernac Defender. That'd be nice. Because we are eventually going to have to go for that as well. I don't know how we're going to get through TOB, but... you know. We are eventually going to have to go through TOB. I did TOB during Leagues as well. I've mentioned that before, and it was fun. Had a lot of fun with that. Cool content. But, you know, that's during Leagues where it's very much free versus main game where it's like a death, you gotta pay to get all your stuff back, and it could cause a team wipe, which is a big ask of a random team to bring somebody along who can't deal most of the necessary damage. Ugh. I don't know. It is what it is. Which again, I've been theory crafting other stuff as well to increase damage output on this account, but we are going to eventually hit a hard cap and just have to figure out other methods. Which, I mean, you know, that's part of the fun. Ugh. I still can't believe somebody suggested removing all the doors from RuneScape. I brought that up earlier, but just like, jeez. I hope it was a bot. Like, I hope that somebody just typed in, it's like, what's a thing to post onto Reddit? And decided that was a good enough thing and didn't even read it and posted it. I hope I hope a real person didn't come up with that insanity. I do think it'd be very funny that, like, Jagex, get on that. Remove all doors from RuneScape. Just cause it's funny. Oh, we just got hit for a decent little bit of damage there. Speaking of which, I have to finish doing combat training at some point as well. Honestly, I could just do crabs at some point, but I don't know. Crabs are... oh no. I'm complaining about crabs and immediately getting shredded by Darok again. Darok, you're the first time we went through 2 food, this was nice and easy, no trouble. And now, well, I mean, honestly, you're at 36 HP, so this is not going terrible, but, like, it's still pretty inconvenient for me. Ouch. Well, we got a 1 on there. Oh, there was one of the other bosses I was going to mention. I know we got to do Wildly bosses eventually, and I know we have to eventually do King Black Dragon. King Black Dragon's one of the ones because I brought this up yesterday. There's a few bosses that have old school tech. Ooh. Where they regen like way more HP per sec, not per second, but per minute. And King Black Dragon is one of them. I think it's... I don't remember how much it is per minute, but it's a decent little bit. It's not nothing. So that's going to be fun. Especially considering we're going in wildly for that. Not anytime soon. That's going to suck whenever we do. Ugh. Hopefully, by that point, the CCTV bots are all dealt with and all that kind of stuff. Although then again, considering the Stevens, I'm not holding my breath. I had a plugin to remove this a while ago. Super nice. Ooh. And it pretty much eliminated all of them. I will say, they were kind of funny at first, but whenever every world had just a ton of them everywhere, spamming everything, they got a little obnoxious. Torag, come on, fall over, bud. I have 400 gold to get out of this chest. Come on. I mean, we're honestly not doing too bad. All things considered on him. We're hitting surprisingly consistently, considering he is extremely high defense and we have no attack. Speaking of, did way better on Scurrius yesterday than I thought we would. Or thought I would during the thing. Again, I should try again on stream at some point, but I do want to get a few more points into stuff just so it's a better buffer and I'm not relying on just chancing it each time. Get consistent at it, kind of like I've gotten quote-unquote consistent at the Barrows. I say that, but I've had bad RNG on Barrows and had to just bail. I don't know, maybe it'd be worth it. But yeah, it'd be nice to do Scurrius. Oh no. Don't you dare. Alright. Because it's good money, and I mean the spines are good XP, and all that. Do we want to go restock on food? We might be able to get what's-his-face. We'll try. This is not a ton of food for him, but certainly not no food. As long as he doesn't just continuously tag us the entire time, I think we'll be fine. Speaking of which, I'm trying to source prayer pots as well. I know apparently you can get the, I just said, as long as he doesn't tag us a bunch and he immediately tags us. I know we get the moonlight moths, and I gotta look into doing that. Bank a bunch of those, which is gonna be fun. It's part of the, content, y'all know, the, region to the west. I forget the name of it. I don't know how I forget the name of it, but I forget the name of it. I'm blanking at the moment. And, you know, good prayer, restoration, and all that kind of stuff. It's not hard to do, and it's basically free. So, you know, which I suppose at a certain point prayer pots get to that same kind of way once you've got the setup for it, but I don't know. Currently our herb lore is, yeah, not amazing. It could be worse, I suppose, but, you know, it is what it is. Drink water real quick. I'm very annoyed. I went up to a local place that serves food, and I went real early because I can't do soda anymore. It's like doing tea and stuff. It wasn't even 5 o'clock, they were already out of tea. I was so bummed out about it. Devastated. Oh, what's this? What did I say? That's funny. Alright, so back to that. Wait a second, I'll respond to them. Oh, they already left. Well, that's a bummer. I was gonna say, it's leg day. Every day is leg day, and we finish off strength training, too. Again, we could swap to attack, get our attack up to 80 and all that kind of stuff. Because strength is higher damage, attack is higher accuracy, but honestly, it might be worth it to focus on attack for a bit. I will say, again, that comes back to the Scurrius thing of once we can consistently do Scurrius, that's a consistent way to just get a ton of XP. So it wouldn't be bad to just sit and do Scurrius. Like, it's 100, I think somebody had said, like, it's about 100k XP an hour for normal players. It'd be less for me, considering, but it wouldn't be terrible. It'd be probably my best way to get XP. I don't know. I don't remember what the XP actually is on Scurrius. I'm going off of somebody's reference, and I'm like, probably should look that up at some point. Eh, it is what it is. Oh, my bones. I keep talking about stretching before doing all these streams. The problem was, I literally had somebody call right before I started streaming and sat and chatted with me for 40 minutes, and I'm just like, you know, Really? Sorry. Alright. Knock on wood. Torag only has 5 HP left. We should be able to get him this chest. Or we should be able to get him and get to the chest pretty quickly. I say that as he just sits and continuously tags me. Really, Torag? 2 HP? There we go. Finally. Alright. Let's go find the tunnel. I just realized I never updated the chest count either. Let's update the chest count real quick while I'm thinking about it. Now. OBS, why do you fight me? Okay, there we go. Chest count 42. Oh. And then let's run back over here and we can go find the tunnel and we can get chest 43. Again, what are we wanting out of this first chest? I'd probably say a chest plate, obviously. Oh, what's his face? I need to be quicker on that. He tags me every time because I'm not paying attention. I'll sit and I'll turn and look at the, what you call it, the chat and all that on the other monitor. Speaking of which, I got another monitor a while back. Super nice. Super convenient. It's a bit small. Not like small, it's just hard for me to read the text. Mostly just because I don't have the font set up correctly on it. I could just turn down the screen resolution as well, I suppose. Because it is just essentially a monitor to watch videos on and to check stream info on. So I don't need it at super high res like it is. Alright, there's Mage. Wow, another Barrack tunnel. Not bad. I've noticed, and this is probably just purely circumstance, this is not correlated, but I've noticed I've gotten like a few brothers in a row consistently at points. I say consistently. Oh, really, all the way around again. Alright, it is what it is. And yeah, like I think it was yesterday and then the day before I had Darrock, I think off stream. I had him like 3 or 4 times in a row, if not 5 times once, as the Tunnel Brother, and I was like, wow, why is he popping up so much for this? But it's just pure chance. It's a 1 in 6 each time, the chance of rolling a 6 on a dice and this like kind of thing. The chances of all that happening, 1 in 6, the chance of getting any drop of 50-50. It's easy math. Speaking of which, let's see if we can get this 50-50 drop out of the Barrows chest. Ugh. Again, it's 800 chests for the average drop rate on this, for the way I'm doing it. So, I can't really be stressed about going dry on so many chests. I say going dry. I can't be complaining because I didn't get anything immediately within the first few chests. Yes, I dare steal from you. Well, it was some cash. It's what it is. Not too bad. Not too great, but not too bad. Ooh. I don't know. I just realized, yeah, the Barrows brothers don't have a pet drop either. Because I was sitting and thinking about that earlier. Like Scurrius, all of them. Like most of the other ones do have a pet drop, which I guess did. Actually, Barrows is free pets, aren't they? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're not, but I think they are. I probably could Google that. Let me know if I'm wrong, chat. Leave in the comments. Alright. Let's go ahead and work back. I've already ran out of things to talk about, and it's already 30 minutes into the stream. That's not a good sign. Oof. I don't know. I'm mostly just, like, thinking about future grinds and stuff. Speaking of future grinds, I know I mentioned yesterday the, Ancient Dragon Shield, or Ancient Wyvern Shield. We could use that for a bunch of different content, because it's... Oh, we're already warping away. Oh, he doesn't give us anything good, either. Sorry, Drunken Dwarf. He gives us a kebab, I think. That beer, but not anything actually helpful. You know what? I just lost a food, so I guess it would have been something. It is what it is. Oh, but the Ancient Wyvern Shield. That'll be nice to get. But it is locked behind, I think it's 71 Slayer? So that's going to be a bit slow. It's not going to be very fun. I mean, it's going to be fun, but, like, you know, it's going to be a bit of a grind to get to that point. But, I mean, hey, that's range damage. I mean, it's not range damage, but it's damage at a range. It's a non-weapon damage that I can hit at a distance with. We're going to count it as a win. Well, I gotta do that. I'm like, oh yeah, you gotta get to 71 Slayer. I also have to get the drop, which I don't remember what the odds of getting that drop are, but it's not an amazing one, if I remember correctly. Like, it's a rather low drop chance. I should have went ahead and potted up beforehand, so I'm not potting up mid-fight, but it is what it is. Alright, there we go. You know what, I will say, it'll be a good thing to grind, because we have to do wyverns anyway, because they drop prayer pots, they drop, I think, granite legs. Or no, it's normal wyverns that drop granite legs, isn't it? Do we need granite legs? I don't know if we do. I think they can also drop dragon. I don't know. Again, we're gonna eventually have to farm some of them anyway, so it won't be that bad. Like, we'll get it eventually regardless. I just realized, I think I'm thinking of two separate drop tables there, because I think normal wyverns drop specifically, they drop a different item, like whatever their shield they make is. I'll have to look into that. Again, I'm going off of memory here, and that's not exactly the best metric for it, so don't quote me on it. We got a person watching. Either that or they're AFK in their menus. I don't know which. Oh, they got a fire cape too. Nice. Oh, I've got to get a fire cape. It's going to be something to... Oh, ouch. It's going to be something to finish fight caves, though. I have been theory crafting it and planning it out, and it's going to be slow going. It's going to be slow going to get there. The actual execution shouldn't be too insane, like not compared to some of the other stuff people have done. Like the, I was talking about, there was the, I think it was max defense but no strength, no attack account. There's a person who was doing on YouTube, and like their fight caves took the better part of like 18 hours or something, just due to the setup and the nature of it. It was kind of crazy. Very impressive. They made it to that new area that I was talking about earlier. My brain immediately was like, it's Varrock. It's like, it's not Varrock. The Sun Kingdom, I forget the name of it. But yeah, they're doing the content there. Oh, we got a person cheering. That's very hype. I'm very happy about that. Ooh. Also, I mentioned it yesterday, it's still bizarre to see someone that posted me to Facebook at some point. It was like, why is there a punch guy in the wild, like, punching giants? It's because I needed the keys. I was going way too dry for keys for Bryatha. Speaking of which, oof, ouch. Give me a second. We still have to do Bryatha at some point. I'm wanting to do Bryatha in free-to-play gear as well, like, just to kind of check it off the list, because we did a War in Pure free-to-play gear. Because they're free-to-play available bosses, and I don't know, it's thematic. On the other hand, I also might at some point just kind of do some Bryatha KC with the actual gear I have at the moment. I don't know. I don't know if that would be, like, unsporting or not. It is what it is. If you feel strongly about it in one way or the other, let me know. But, yeah. I mean, there's nothing we need for Bryatha. Like, I will say, it'd be very funny, though, if we went to do Bryatha, got the essence, made the staff, and then it's like, now we have... I mean, actually, I guess you can use it for, save a bit of alching stuff. I was gonna say, we could use splash rats or something. That'd be fun. I don't remember how much pride this staff is up to. It's a bit though. Like last time I checked. I think it was still below bond price though for a while. Because bond prices jumped up to like I think they were 17 mil at the peak during leagues. Which was certainly something. I mean, it doesn't matter for us as an iron, but you know. Not fun to try to grind out gold for them during that time, I'd imagine. Oh. And we just took a big hit. We stay above 50, because if we don't, he will one-shot us. Technically, I think we checked it yesterday on the wiki. He can hit up to a 51 at 1 HP. So, oof! Alright, the wiki lied. He just hit a 53. Okay. Alright. I should not rely on the wiki. I should double-check things. But it's so convenient. I could just go search it, and I'll be like, okay, they do this as a max hit. That's good enough. I just run in. Ugh. You know what? I will say that's the first 53 we've seen. Alright. Oh, okay, we did have him. We found a tunnel? What? Are we not attacking? Alright. So, what do we think we're gonna get out of this chest in 4 minutes after this, and then after the tunnel? I will say, again, I'm gonna be really disappointed if the first item we get is the axe. It'll be really funny, but, like, it'll be very inconvenient, because I'm just like, alright, well that gets to sit in my bank for a while. Again, I can't complain. It'd be money, you know, and we'd be way below drop rate, so realistically, we couldn't complain. On the other hand, it'd be so unhelpful. That or the hammers. At least the helmets would look cool, I guess. We wouldn't be getting the strength bonuses out of it, but, you know, compared to our existing helmet. Oof. And I know I mentioned the Basilisk yesterday, but we gotta do Basilisk eventually, too. There's too many grinds we gotta do that are gonna be really slow on this account. I guess it's not that bad. They're already slow on main accounts, so, like, realistically, it is what it is. Will it be a bit tedious? Sure, but I mean, you know. It could be worse. I think we'll do 45 chests. I think we'll hit 45 chests. We won't do 45 chests. But we're gonna do a 45 chest stream, y'all. That'll be hype. 5 chests and I'm already ready to fall over. Hit 40 chests, I'm gonna become the Jonkler. If y'all don't get that reference, it's the bootleg Joker. I don't remember where that came from now that I think about it. Like when I started it, but yeah. It's not really relevant. It'd be so draining to sit and do 40 chests in a row though. With how slow these chests are. You know what? I say that. I was looking back on it, like, I used to do the streams with War and all that kind of stuff, and, like, farming out for overheads on frogs, I was like, this is so slow. You know, like, we gotta fight 1,000 frogs, and I'm like, we gotta do 800 of these chests. It is what it is. So, I don't know. Give it a few months, I might just be like, yeah. You know, 40 chests one stream is what it is. You know what, I will say, as we get better gear and increase the time to kill, it wouldn't be that bad. I don't know. Ooh. Speaking of which, I still have to look into better background music for the streams. Stuff that's not immediately gonna get flagged by YouTube. Because, yeah, it's still a bit of a disaster. Too many random copyright-free playlists or copyright songs where they just randomly throw in copyrighted stuff. Because I guess they think it's funny. I don't know. I'm only guessing it's probably trolling or something, because otherwise I'm like, it's just incompetence. I don't know. Oof. This is taking forever. We always get him down to like 2 HP as well. And then we're just sitting and chipping away at him. Or I should say he's chipping away at us on our food supply. I will say, that was 2 inventories where we didn't have to go do extra stuff, we could just actually fight the boss. You know what? It's been it the last few times. Let's check him first. Alright. Crack open the thing, see if this is the tunnel. Is this the tunnel? No. Alright. We broke the streak on Varrock. Alright. I guess we'll just run it backwards then. So sometimes I feel like I zoom out too much, but I don't know what's the right zoom range for that stuff. Nope, it's the mage. Don't snipe me. Okay, we get out without getting sniped. No, we didn't. I said it. I jinxed it. Okay, that is what it is. But I've been looking into the other bosses to start with. Because we were able to do, we were almost able to do Scurrius without too many issues. Yeah, okay. We were almost able to do Scurrius without too many issues, which means we're eventually going to be able to get to other bosses and just progress as normally. Well, that's the goal, at least. So we need to figure out which ones would be the best to go for. Certain bosses, we're just going to basically do 1 KC, move on, and never look at them again. Don't poke me. You poke me. But other ones, like, they're going to be a bit of a grind. They're going to be a bit slow. Alright, we don't actually want to fight this brother, so we go ahead and just pop open the chest. Oh, that one was even worse. Alright. It is what it is. We win some, we lose some. And by lose some, I mean 44 in a row. And by win some, I mean 0 currently. Again, we're way below drop rate, so I'm not stressed about it. But I like complaining about it, because it's fun. Speaking of, I went ahead and decanted all those potions. Because, yeah. I also always grab a full dose, because I don't ever know when we'll fully need it. Because sometimes we could only need one of them, sometimes we could need the full dose. Oof. And no real way to tell which. Again, we're not consistent enough at it at the moment. Basically just cruising by at Barrows. I mean, we can do it. We can finish off Barrows, though. That's the thing. I will say, I'm considering doing some of the other grinds, though, for some dragon gear. Well, I feel like those could be really helpful to have. I know there's dragon legs we can get with relatively little issue. Like, dragon legs you don't even need combat for. You can get it from... It's the dark chest? It's the chest on solo vials. It's like the prank chest that the devs added. You can open the first chest, and it has a chance of dropping a key, and then that key has a chance of dropping the dragon legs. So, it's basically a free pair of dragon legs if you're willing to put up with you constantly being teleported out. Which we gotta do thieving at some point anyway. But even at 99 thieving, I think it's like a 60% chance or something. It's not great odds. Like, it's very much, it feels like a troll from the devs. And I gotta admit, it's a little funny. Not so funny when I'm there having to deal with it, but like, you know. And then I don't remember where all we can get the chain body. We'll get boots eventually from Slayer. I don't know if it'd be worth it to go for a helm. Helm could be alright. I need to compare its stats to the one we got at the moment. Because it might just not be a necessary grind. It'd be nice to have, though, I guess. Alright. No. Don't remove the cape. We worked very hard for that cape. We're gonna keep the cape on. Go ahead, pot up. And let's go ahead and start on another Derek run. What's that guy wearing? Alright. Oof. I need to use the hotkeys more as well. I don't use them enough. Mostly because I forget about them being there sometimes. Although that's because I just don't do enough, like, content where I need to constantly be swapping, which is why I want to start practicing on Scurrius more. Actually make myself use them. Because I just get too, what's the word, sedentary with it. which I guess that's just kind of the nature of this account, is because it's very slow, and I just kind of had the moment where I'm like, alright, we'll just sit, do it this way, because it's, you know, consistent, kind of convenient. I don't know. Also gotta get better at prayer flicking. Still terrible at it, if I'm being honest. Also, we could try to learn to prayer flick on Scurrius as well, but I feel like we're already going to be managing prayers and trying to learn all that stuff properly, so I don't know. It is what it is. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Speaking of having to, you know, deal with annoying grinds, eventually, we have to finish crafting, which is gonna suck. Again, it is just a matter of collecting the resources and then doing all the glass blowing and all that kind of stuff. But man, does it take a lot of glass. I don't remember how much it is off the top of my head, but it's gonna be a bit. And yeah, I will say on a positive note, they did improve birdhouse runs, so we can do the birdhouse runs and we can do the seaweed runs at the same time, and it'll be more consistent. And that'll be nice. Oh, I just saw a person run by wearing that. The fighter torso. We need to get a fighter torso, because that would be pretty convenient to have. The main issue with that is that I think it's the attacker roll. Whichever one uses the bow, you're supposed to use a bow for it. But if I remember right, somebody basically pointed out that you don't technically need one, like whatever the mechanic is, you just get less points out of it. So we might be able to, if we can find a team be willing to put up with it, just get carried by the rest of our team for a fighter torso, which is such a bizarre thing to be carried for. But just to make up the point deficit and hold off the enemies properly. I don't know, the problem is that it's essentially the bottleneck for it. So I don't know. That's gonna be a hard one. We'll figure it out though. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we won't go for a fighter torso. I don't know which. I don't know, like, what's the best idea for that. Is it worth it to try to grind it out, or is it better just to go for a high defense piece of gear and, you know, not deal with it? We'll figure it out at some point. I will say, all the YouTube video guides on it, there are a few good guides, but a lot of them are just really bad. And not being dismissive, like, they're comprehensive, but, like, man, are they a lot of info all at once in not a particularly helpful way. Which, I mean, it is what it is. Like, again, like, it is good information to have. It's just kind of, I don't know. A lot of the comments are like, alright, well, I think I'm just gonna skip this for now. And another bunch of people are, you know, in the same comments like, it's not as bad as it sounds. It's too much all at once. It's very overwhelming for new players. Which is weird, considering it's very old content. You know, I said that, but then I'm like, a lot of the old content had, like, weird that kind of vibe at times. I don't know. It is what it is. Derek, you were taking forever at this. Like, forever, bud. We got stuff to do. We need to get a chest with only 100 gold in it and complete the trifecta. Speaking of which, I never got the, oh, give me just a second. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't want to aim at the mic and blow out anybody's eardrums. That would not be convenient. Other content. What was I saying? I sneezed and apparently sneezed out all my brain cells. Yeah, I got nothing. I completely blanked on what it was. I don't know. I will say, he is certainly trolling us at the... He healed. He just healed. We did no damage within the last minute, so he got health back. Dara, come on, fall over, bud. I got stuff to do. Oh, I remember what it was. We still have not... Oof. Oh, okay. Alright. We still never got the... come on, Darok, really? Never got the basically worthless clue chest. There's a chance of I think it's the beginner clue chest having it's a custom message for basically having a clue reward that's literally 1 coin. And rather than saying you got a clue worth 1 coin, you got one, it basically says you got one that's basically worthless. I'm like, that's pretty funny. I meant to do that while we were doing the Opor grind, but just kind of never got it. Then again, it was always just kind of obnoxious to stop and go do clues and all that kind of stuff. We got tons of them from the giants, though. Like, I was getting big bones earlier today. Oof. To test out a different prayer method, and it was like I got 2 or 3 scrolls within like I think it was like 30 kills or something. It was ridiculous. It's always when I don't need scrolls from them, they drop them consistently. Which I have no idea why. Speaking of no idea why, I have no idea why he's just suddenly decided he's going to fight us this time. I'm sitting here starting beef with Torag, but in reality, Darok is really just shredding through all our food. We might have to go do a restock. I'd hate to, though. I don't know, we'll see. It depends on how many times he takes big chunks out of us during this. He's got 26 HP left. If we can get some good consistent hits in, this shouldn't be too much longer, but... Also, I don't think we've ever max hit Darok. Which, I mean, I guess the odds of it aren't amazing on our part. Yeah, 8s and 9s though, which is nice. Come on, Darok. You got 2 HP left. Come on, fall over, bud. No. But, yeah. Never max hit him. Which, I guess, a lot of that is just the accuracy and all that kind of stuff. There we go, finally. Alright, do we restock or do we try what's-his-face with 8 food? The last few times we did get pretty consistent with it, so we might be able to handle it with 8 food. We're at basically full HP at the moment. We'll try it, we'll see. At worst, we warp out, we restock. It is what it is. I suppose we could do a one brother chest as well, but I hate to. Again, we've gotten relatively consistent at 2 brother chests, and it does increase our odds a bit. I think it increases it from 400 to 360, but, you know. I don't know. I'm not even gonna do the, well, what do we want out of this chest bit again? It would be nice to get something this one, but again, not expecting anything too crazy too early. Oh, I just remembered, speaking of the dragon armor, I brought that up earlier. Granite armor. I don't know if we want to try for any granite armor. It could be worth it. I mean, it's high defense. And it'd be worth it to have its non-degradable. Certain edge case scenarios, I mean, it could be helpful. Like, we don't have high burst potential, so, like, relatively speaking, like, good defense is a good thing to have. I don't know. Oh, speaking of, it's time to pot. There we go. Come on. Keep attacking. There was something I was gonna say about the whole... I remembered what it was. The granite armor. The problem is, one of the places where we get granite armor exclusively, I think it's the gloves, is from Grotesque Guardians, and there was no way that we could do Grotesque Guardians. We were able to do it in leagues, because we had infinite rings of recoil, but in this one, we can't get access to infinite rings of recoil, and we can't get the, I forget what necklace it is that does the infinite rings of recoil. You charge it with the rings of recoil. We technically can't do infinite number of those, because we can't get the thing, because it's locked behind vampires and blah blah blah. Is it Blood Fury? I don't remember. I looked into it and I was like, okay, so there's no way this is possible. Which is unfortunate, because their gloves would be helpful, and the boots would be helpful, and so on and so forth. They drop a few of the granite items. Do they drop the boots? It's not relevant. The problem, or I guess the lucky for us, we technically can fight Grotesque Guardians, and it's still going to take forever. The Wyvern Shield, which I had mentioned, it does technically do range damage. It can hit a flying target, which means we can potentially do up to 15 damage to Dusk every 2 minutes. And considering she will heal back at least 3 HP during that time, and I think she has 500 or 600 HP. I don't remember how many HP she has off the top of my head. Actually, no, I think she has quite a little HP. They're either in the 200s or 400s. They're not 500. We should be able to defeat specifically Dusk within the first... It'd basically be an hour, I think. Rough estimates. You know, it'd probably be faster than that, actually. I'm just doing really quick bad math off the top of my head. Alright. Well, we are out of food. He's at 30 HP. And like all the other times, it's really dependent on whether or not we get good RNG or he just continuously chances us. I can't speak at the moment. I need to drink some water. Remember to hydrate, chat. Okay, he can hit for about a max of 25. As long as we're above 25, I say we're good. I'll just continue fighting him. The main issue is the fact of if we get to 25 and then we end up in one of the brothers that are specifically Major Ranger, they could tag us for quite a high damage. Ooh! Do we continue, chat? That's a terrible risk. No, we don't continue. That's such a bummer, too. He's at 2 HP. But I don't want to have to do a run back. Well, that's a bummer. Alright. Let's restock. Let's run back over. Re-gear up. Probably should grab some more pots as well. Yep, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's pure chance for it. I will say, I can't complain that much. The first few attempts we did, or the first few chests, we did get really good amounts of, like, food left over at the end of it. So it's not that bad. Really can't complain about it. Is it a bummer we gotta do a run back? Sure, but eh. I'd much rather have to do a run back than have to run back with no gear and basically dead. Or not basically dead, but like... basically having a chance of getting... Well, actually, I was gonna say getting one shot, but it's honestly wouldn't be that bad. The other thing along the path are ghosts, and you have to aggro the brothers specifically. So yeah, it wouldn't be that bad. It'd be kind of annoying. I still don't like to risk it, though. If I can avoid it. It is what it is, though. See if we can get through here without losing any food, though. I guess it really doesn't matter. We've got plenty now. And full prayer, which means it's going to be basically a free fight. Good insurance for the tunnels, though. In case yesterday I had the moment where it was 3 or 4 of the brothers back to back, and every single one of them tagged me through the doors, like as I went through, and it was not fun. I mean, it is what it is, though. We survived, we got the chest, so win's a win. I don't remember what agility level I think I need for that is. 60 something? 63? I don't know. I could Google it. I was doing Worm Agility course earlier today. It was fun. Good content. I mean, I guess it's just the same as a lot of the other ones, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. You get the bone shards out of it, and you get the termites, which you can use for that reason. Why'd I go in this tunnel? I'm on autopilot. Let's go this one. You get the recolor for the squirrel pet, which I do have, actually. So it'd be nice to go for. It's only 900. I think it's, what are they, termites? Alright, come on, Torag. Oh wait, no, I have the staff equipped. What am I doing? You know what? I don't feel like that's fair. Let's run out, reset his HP. There we go. Alright, because I do believe we tagged him there. And I'm not getting a kill unless it's with fists. And it's like, yeah, that was just like 2 damage, but still. Why'd I re-put up on strength? Or not strength, on attack? Eh, it's not that bad. They're cheap. We get only a Fighter's Guild, so... Warrior's Guild, not Fighter's Guild. Or is it? No, it is Fighter's Guild. No, it's Warrior's Guild. God, I got Oblivion on the brain at the moment. I've got Oblivion brain rot. I need to play Oblivion again. Fantastic game. Supposedly they were talking about remaking it, but there's not been any actual info out about it. Ooh. Speaking of games like Oblivion, Starfield. I need to try that again at some point in the future. I need to put it on an SSD first though before I actually play it, because it does not like to run on anything other than an SSD. But yeah, I did a punch-only run of that, at some point. And it was fun. I enjoyed it. It certainly is a video game. It is indeed worse than Skyrim. There's too many load screens, and the shipbuilding's really fun. But yeah, the story is certainly lacking. You're essentially space dragonborn. You collect space powers, space shouts, and yeah, I won't spoil any of the major story elements. I will say, one quest, if you don't want to hear about it, I don't know, mute or leave your stream. There's a quest line where you basically, I'll keep it vague. There's a big monster that keeps getting mentioned. It's like really dangerous and it really hypes it up. And the game's really trying to like sell it as like this, there's no way you can take this on thing. You've got to get these turrets online and then you can fight it kind of thing. And so I did it the first time and I was like, okay, you know, play along, you know, did the sequence, monster pops out, turret starts shredding it, I run in, I punch it a bunch, it dies. I'm like, okay, cool, this is neat enemy design, and you know, I'm sure it had cooler like attacks and all that kind of stuff, but it mostly got shredded by the turret, so who cares? And then in the very next mission, it goes ahead and pops up again, and it's like, oh no, they're attacking this town. There's 3 of them. There's actually like 5 or 6 of them. And yeah, I just had to box like a half dozen of these legendary unstoppable creatures to death, and I think like an airport or something with my bare hands. And I shredded them. It was no contest. Not even a fight. Like, again, the fact that all these like highly trained space soldiers were dying because of these things was insane. I mean, they're scary looking, I guess, but like realistically, not that threatening. And the game was like, I can't believe you were able to do that. I'm like, I can. They don't do much. They're melee fighters, and it's the future. We have guns. I don't know what we're doing here. Why aren't y'all shooting? It's like, I'm being dumb doing all the punching on purpose. It's like, y'all have assault rifles. How are these things a threat? I don't know. I get it. It's the problem of the Skyrim problem where they can't handle like big scenes and lots of moving parts and all that kind of stuff, and trying to sell the scale of like it's an alien invasion, not alien invasion. The entire gist of it was they were like a hostile alien thing. What the fuck is this? This is punch only. This is what I do. I punch. Welcome to the stream. I'm rambling about Starfield at the moment because, yeah. I did a punch-only account on that. It was, again, it was fun, but, yeah. Plus I had to fill the time, because Torag is not falling over and letting me just go to the chest. Which is very inconvenient for me. Torag, you're... Again, we always get him to 2 HP, and he sits and continuously tags us for a while. And it's super inconvenient. See? He knows he's at 2 HP, and he's doing this to spite us. Like everything. Yes, everything. All bosses, all content, no weapons. The only thing we can deal damage with is our fists. Torag is not making it easy for us. Finally. Okay. Now let's go find the tunnel. Do we want to check see if it's Varrock again? Again, we've gotten Varrock for a lot of the early tunnels. Again, I'm sure it's pure coincidence, but I'll check. I'm just falling into the gambler's fallacy with this. Nope. Alright. I mean, we do have plenty of food, so if we get a good brother on last chest, we could have a 3-brother chest. That'd be nice. This is Mage, I believe. Mage would not be a bad tunnel. Nope. Alright. And then Ranger, I think, hits way too consistently. What's-his-face does the, healing, and then... Well, yeah. It's just them two. It is what it is. A 2-brother chest isn't bad. It's 1 in 360, so... Certainly could be worse. It's better than the 1 in 400. And then back over to this one. He dropped our strength, I just realized. Well, I guess we don't really have to pot up again. We can just go ahead and run over to whatchamacallit. Yes, I want to go through the tunnel. It's always the last tunnel. Alright. Yeah, it's that door. Oh, this sucks. Alright. We'll go through this way, and then over through that tunnel. No. No, Varrock, we aren't fighting you this time. Again, maybe if we get Mage in tunnels randomly, we could do 3-brother. Honestly, we could have fought him there, I don't know. He's too inconsistent compared to the other two. There's a reason we don't add him to the rotation. There's a reason we haven't added the other 4 brothers as well. Or just in general. Wait a minute. What tunnel am I going to? I'm going to this one, okay. Almost just fully went around, which would not have helped. And then, let's open this door. Square. Get this open. Come on. Quit kicking rats. Let's go. Speaking of kicking rats, gotta figure out if we're wanting to do a Scurrius run tonight. Yeah, it's Ranger. And we get some money out of it. It is what it is. That is chest number 45, though. Let's go ahead and update the thing. Come on. OBS is fighting me. That is chest 45. We'll do another chest for sure tonight. I don't know. I'm feeling up for it. Do I have another tier, or not tier 3, a 3-dose? I don't. We'll fresh pot, because I gotta re-decant all the half-empty ones anyway. That is what it is. I just went ahead and grabbed the half-empty one again. What am I doing? No, come on. There we go. It's fighting me here. Grab that, and then we're back out. Alright. I will say, unrelated, I've been getting way less random events than I have normally. Like, it might just be because I haven't been doing a ton of, like, XP grinding or any of that kind of stuff. I've been doing a lot of random varied content. But yeah, way less random events. Don't know what's up with that. It's kind of random. Which, I guess they're random events. I don't know what I'm expecting, but... it is what it is. Give me a second to drink some water. Oh, but I'd mentioned the whole, thieving thing for something earlier. Yeah, I gotta finish grinding up thieving. Not exactly sure what the best method is. Honestly, I'll probably just look up the, like, wiki recommended Iron Man guide for that, and just kind of do it in that way. I remember there's a, Valamore. Valamore's the name of the place. There's ways in... oh, no, it's not Valamore. Valamore's the sun place. I don't remember. It's the place with the vineyards. I forget the name. where you just run back and forth between two stalls, and then they'll say pick up the fruit. And it gives really solid XP for about the range I'm at, I think. I don't know, I have to double check. What stats am I on? 44. I think I'm close to that, if not at that point. That's a pretty decent way to train it for if I'm in that range at the moment. Because I did that on my main before I abandoned it. Okay. Alright. Pot up. Check this. He's there. Alright. And now 4 minutes of an arc fight. 4 minutes, best case. He takes way too long. Also, somebody made a plugin to change Red Prison so you can change the color of it. I'm wondering if there's not one for the Barrows. Because it's all kind of pink shaded. That'd be fun. Change it to a random color each time. Or I could put on that one song and have it do spiral through all the different colors. That'd be fun. And by fun I mean a bit of a disaster, but yeah. This is already kind of a disaster, but it's a fun disaster, so who cares? No, but I want to do another Starfield run whenever I get the better hardware for this PC and get the thing set up on the SSD. Because I don't know, I think it'd be fun. Supposedly they gave it a bunch of updates. It's still not amazing from what I've heard, but I mean, you know, I think it'd be neat to go back through it again with another punch-only character. I will say, compared to Skyrim, it actually does have a skill tree for, like, unarmed, so that's nice. That was only a 13, that's not that bad. That one was worse. Alright. I blanked what I was going to say about Skyrim, or not Skyrim. I keep calling it Skyrim, because again, it is just kind of Skyrim in space. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Like, kinda. The story was really bad. There was a part where I was doing like a tragic death scene of a character, and I genuinely forgot what the character's name was. It's a problem of, I found it out after the fact. It basically randomly selects, again, I'm being very vague here because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It picks a character, basically. I need to pay attention and not get immediately chanced for a ton of damage. It picks a character, it picks two characters at random and then makes you choose, and one of those characters dies, and then it's like, you could have saved them both, but you can't. It's meant to be real emotional, yada yada. The problem was, it had picked a character, and like, I mean, I had met him before, but realistically I was like, I don't remember these characters' names. I don't know. I would say, there's just not a ton of memorable characters in it either. Like, not really memorable. The only one I vaguely remember was, there was a cowboy guy, and he had a daughter, and he insisted that if he went anywhere, you had to take the daughter with him. Or, like, you couldn't just leave the daughter at the base camp. And I was like, that's kind of obnoxious. And he came from the Western world, where in a entire space universe, they, for whatever reason, have a Western world. I loved it, by the way. I got a shotgun and a revolver from there, because it looked cool, but, you know. Not on the punch camp, but on the other one. Because I did a few playthroughs of it to see what changed. Not as much as I had hoped. But it is what it is. Supposedly they were wanting people to just continuously loop through it, though. That's a mild spoiler, but it does have New Game Plus, so, you know. Ooh. I don't know, there's a lot of missed potential with that, which is a shame, because I was very hyped for it. They were promoting it for years, and they were just, it's like, everyone was like, win Starfield, and then it came out, and it was like, oh, well, I don't know. I'm glad they added the annoying fan to it, at least. That was cool. Brought him back. I love him in Oblivion. It's very funny. Dara, you were taking forever this time. Realistically, this is about average, actually. Considering if we actually continue to get hits in and he doesn't chew through the rest of our food. That person cast a spell and I wasn't paying attention and it startled me. I was like, what just happened? Oh, we can go and pot up again. We only pot up at halfway through our actual duration of that, because it's just more consistent that way. Because we start to lose quite a bit of accuracy. Because again, we're not maxed out on stats or any of that at the moment. You know, it does help. I'd much rather waste extra doses of potion, which are basically free and infinite, versus not do consistent damage. Speaking of which, I have to finish doing herb lore so I can get better access to better pots. Oof! Please don't hit me for a 35. We've not hit him in the last little while, so he healed 5 points as well, or 3 points as well, so that's inconvenient. Torag, please. Just fall over. Quit blocking me with the big axe. Ooh. But yeah, we might do a Scurrius, or we might try for a Scurrius KC tonight as well. Because, again, I tried it last night off-stream, and got another 22 HP. You know what, I just realized we could use the monastery to get 3 extra... Oh no! Ooh, don't you dare. Okay. We're back up to a safe range. That was bad. Whoops. Alright. That almost went not great. Been very inconvenient. Alright. Run over to what's-his-face. I think we should have enough food this time. Because as long as we have about 10 food, it seems like he's pretty consistent. And we don't need to pot up again, because we're still at 8 boosted. Or boosted by 8. So I think we're good. But now it's Torag. Once again, the most inconvenient of the brothers. He's just mildly accurate, and it's inconvenient for me. Considering I'm not accurate. That's really annoying to hit a dozen zeros and then just get bonked with a big dumb hammer. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah. I don't know, I've just been on a Bethesda kick, I think. I'm not trying to keep talking about Starfield or Skyrim or any of that kind of stuff, but... You know. Oh no. How dare you. Again, he's too consistently accurate at times. And it's really inconvenient for me, because he eats through food when he wants to. He eats through large portions of food. I just said, I was like, as long as we have about 10 food, we should be fine. We are already down to 6 food, and he's at 2 HP missing. Ugh. I mean, at worst, I guess we just do a run back. It's not that bad, but it's inconvenient. See, this is why I have such a beef against him. And it's like, he's just sitting here defending his tomb. Counterpoint, he's inconveniencing me. Why do I have to fight him so many times? Why have I chosen to do this? Why doesn't it immediately drop in the first? How come I don't get this on the very first chest? It's ridiculous. I don't know. I am kidding, of course. It is what it is. As long as we get it within 800 KC, I'm not complaining. 801 KC? Oh, I'm so mad then. I'm gonna be enraged. You'll see me ranting and raving and all that stuff. No, but I don't know. Best case scenario, 800 KC. Worst case scenario, I don't know. What's the current longest someone's went without a chest on Barrows? I wonder. I bet you could Google that. I bet somebody's like actually noted that down. Barrows dry streak. If I had to guess, purely guessing, 5,000. I don't know. That sounds awful. Sounds like the worst possible luck, but you know. Although then again, I suppose Barrows could also be artificially inflated by just doing no brothers and just opening the chest anyway. And be like, oh well, I fought 6 brothers every time. You just say it. I don't know. Then again, they got tons of like plugins and stuff that track all of it pretty regularly. So, I don't know. Plus, it'd be a weird thing to fake. It's like, yeah, I just wasted my time for a while. Got a bunch of dry streaks on Barrows. God, he is just going through our food. We might have to fully restock. We're not even close and we're already out of food. Oof. Yeah. Well, that's annoying. This is, again, this is why I hate Torag. I put it in the title of this stream, and it's just the worst. He is the worst brother. You think it'd be the Ranger, you think it'd be the Mage, you think it'd be Darrock. No, it's Torag. I don't know any of the lore of these brothers either. We're not going to restock on potions, we're just going to grab food and go. So we're not going through 2 potions on him. Or not 2 full doses of potions on him. Alright. Let's run back. But I don't know the lore of any of the brothers, or even the Barrows. I know that they're a burial site, and I know there were brothers, and they were famous. That's it. Does anyone play this game and actually learn the lore? I'm sure some people do. I don't, though. I know there's a few gods. They do stuff. There's the God Wars. Those happened. There's vampires. They live in the swamp. That's about it. I do read some of the quests, but other ones I'm just like, they go on for a while and I'm in a rush or I'm streaming and I'm just like, alright, we're just gonna spacebar through some of this and then read the quest guide, which isn't great. I don't know. Because some of the quests have been pretty fun. Other ones, well, they were a product of their time. And that's being very nice. That's the nicest thing I can say about them. The worst thing I can say about them is they are genuine torture. I'm kidding, obviously, but, you know. They're not that bad. Like, even the more obnoxious ones aren't. I mean, a few of them are pretty bad, actually, but... Could they be worse? Sure. It is what it is. I'm not gonna complain about quest design. Speaking of quest design, I realized I never did, it's the... not Shiloh Village quest, but it's... Is it Shiloh Village quest? It's the quest where you get the gem rocks. I never unlocked that. I need to do that at some point to get easy access to those gem rocks. Because those could be convenient at some point for grinding out a ton of, whatchamacallits. Alright. Fight what's-his-face. Bot up. And continue bonking him. Again, I really should have stretched before I started streaming. We got a max hit of 14. Did y'all see that? That's so hype. Again, I'm very glad we did get that max hit. Because we only have it for a minute. But I mean, it is a new max hit. That's a win. Every little bit helps. Again, I'm so happy about it though. Like, it's very hype to actually be hitting. Anything above a 10 is fantastic for like damage in this. I can't speak today. Just a second. Ugh. Sorry about that. But hitting any damage over a 10 is fantastic. Again, like for other enemies, we can consistently hit above 10s. But on these guys, because again, they have so much defense, which I guess is why we're fighting them. Like, they are using those armor effects. Like, they start out with massive amounts of defense. You know, so, like, realistically, yeah. It makes sense. I shouldn't complain. On the other hand, it would be super convenient if we could find a way to be more accurate. If only there was a way. If only there was some sort of item we could use, possibly, in our right hand. It had a handle and a large piece of metal, and it would do damage to enemies. I think it's impossible, though. I can't conceptualize how that would exist. No, but Torag should certainly fall over. Also, I do realize the whole accuracy problem is directly tied to the weapons, but, you know. We got our fists, so it is what it is. You know, it's very ironic. I didn't even know that was a, like... I mean, I guess I knew it was a connected thing, but I didn't realize how bad of a connected thing it was until I was already so far into this account. Where I was like, oh no, our accuracy's gonna be bad. But I mean, it certainly could be worse. Torag, really? Torag, how dare you? God, quit hitting me for so much damage so quickly. I guess it's not that much damage. It's enough damage to be inconvenient, though. Torag, please fall over so I can go ahead and collect my coins from the chest. Torag, don't fight me on this. If you strike me down, I will have to walk all the way back from Barrows. You thought I was going to do the Star Wars quote. I was tempted to, but like, no. Speaking of Star Wars, I gotta watch new season of Mandalorian when it comes out. I don't know if they're still doing Mandalorian. I don't think about it. I haven't heard a lot about it. People just haven't been posting about it on social media. It got really popular for a while, but kind of dropped off in popularity. I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people were like that and the Boba Fett show. They were like, well, it's dumb now, and I'm like, it's Star Wars. It's always kind of dumb. It's good. I mean, that's why I watch it. Like, it's fun, but it was always really goofy. There was a whole thing. I mentioned this on a stream before. There were people who were really mad, just like furious on Reddit, because it was like, there was a part in it where somebody did a full spin, like to dodge a bullet, before turning around and shooting one of the, I don't remember what the enemy was, but shooting back at somebody who was shooting at them, and it looked really dumb. And they were like, this is so dumb, it's ruining the integrity of Star Wars. The character in question were space bikers who were hired by Boba Fett, and they were specifically space bikers on a planet without, like, it was drained of water. It's the desert planet, I forget the name of it. It's not relevant. Every single bit of information that had came out before that was just the dumbest possible sequence of events. Like, again, it was a gang of space bikers who had just willingly augmented themselves for the sake of comedy, or to look cool, and, like, again, it was just, I can't think of the words. It was really goofy, and they were like, I cannot believe that Star Wars has stooped this up. This same episode, there was a part where the Mandalorian rode around in a rickshaw with the mechanic lady and Baby Yoda. I know his name is Grogu. I don't care. He's Baby Yoda for the sake of comedy. But, like, it's like, this is the same episode where they're like, well, they did a spin, so it was dumb. It's like, it's all dumb. Again, I loved it. I thought it was great. Apparently, they're not doing a second season of that one as well, which is a bummer. I don't know what they would. He won. He defeated the enemies he had. He took over the town, or all that. Spoilers, I guess. This one. I enjoyed it, though. Could it have been better? Yeah, I guess most of the Star Wars movies could have been better. Speaking of which, I gotta watch the old ones again. At some point. It's been years. I watched the old ones, and then I watched 4 through 6, 1 through 3, and then I watched the first one of the new ones. And then I had stuff to do, and I just never went back to it. I need to, though, at some point. And it's what's-his-face. It's 600 coins. It is what it is. Let's warp out. Let's restock. And then, you know what? I say we go ahead and give Scurrius a try. I don't think we're going to get it this time. But, you know, it's worth a shot. We don't need these at the moment either. So we can just go ahead and take the runes necessary to warp. Warp over there. And then do it that way. Because we got a bank over there. Actually, now that I think about it. Staff. Where? Where's my staff? I forget the name of it. Skull Scepter, that's it. Alright, 1 charge left. I need to recharge at some point. Alright, let's run over to Monastery. Let's get the extra prayer boost. And then, let's do Scurrius. God, we've not been here since Obor. It's a bit nostalgic at this point. Run up the stairs, or run up the ladder. Is the door open? Yes, it is. Oh, that's right, this place doesn't have doors. See, that dude I was mentioning earlier, who had made that Reddit post, it was like, remove all doors from Reddit. Or not Reddit. All doors from a RuneScape. I agree with him suddenly. And look how inconvenient this is. If we just removed all the doors from the game, well, presumably the Wintertide would spread across the land and kill everybody. But it'd be really convenient in this one moment. Alright. So now we have a slight prayer boost. We can go ahead and run over to this bank, grab our food and stuff, and then we'll do a Scurrius run. Go ahead and mark this as well while I'm thinking about it. There we go. I guess that's not really relevant for the rest of the stream, but it'd be nice to have for next stream. So I can just immediately bring it up and be like, alright, that mini chest done. Easy peasy. I was gonna say, do we want to swap over to Amulet of Power? I don't think so. I think we'll be alright with this. Alright. Strength pot and attack pot. I set them backwards, but it is what it is. And then, what else did I bring? I guess we really only need food, don't we? Yeah. Again, until we get prayer pots, not really much else we should bring. Not like that, just, yeah. We'll give it another try. See if yesterday was a fluke or not. Because we got him down to 22 HP. So, realistically, it shouldn't be that bad. I will say I have not got his spells down consistent yet, though. Or his ranged and magic, specifically. It is what it is. Alright. So let's run through... Or no, let's run over to the thing. Pot up. Oh, there's people fighting it in a... whatchamacallit? Alright. Let's head in. I gotta remember to use the hotkeys. Melee on. And then we'll just sit and... I gotta keep an eye out for the whatchamacallits as well. His little rock ball attack. But yeah, Scurrius. I don't really have any interesting commentary to add, I just kinda got a hard focus on. Again, he's not necessarily an insanely hard boss, but, well, I mean, everything on this account is kind of a little bit ridiculous at times. I also just thought about it, would it have been worth it to bring a prayer switch? Like, some prayer gear. And do it that way. Because it'd be two more inventory, or it'd be two more inventory slots for food as well. So... Come on. What are we doing? Alright, we're moving. Alright. And let's keep attacking. Again, not much else. Oh. Damage. It's range. It's still range. Come on, that's magic. Oh, that's range. Oh, that's rocks. Let's hop to that. Quick heal up while I'm thinking about it as well. Alright, we're not doing terrible this time. I mean, we weren't doing terrible either last time when we ranged. Oh, he's having rats. Alright. Quickly tag the rats who are nearby. Get to us. Come on. You know what? We have melee on. What am I doing? Tank the red. Until we get to the point where we actually need to focus on it, I think it's fine. Come on. Go ahead and attack him real quick. Alright. We honestly just need to focus on doing as much damage as we can, as quick as we can. Because if we suddenly don't do enough damage, he'll just out-heal it, and then we're just kind of stuck with it. Oh, of course he did. Alright. Right at the moment, heal up. Okay. Oh. I just realized I have auto-retaliate on as well, which is inconvenient when fighting him, because I'll just continuously aggro the little rats. Or aggro on the little rats. There's a bunch of drop though, which can suck. Bunch. Yeah, I know I saw. One this way. Hope they all get caught on him. Oh, they mostly did. Got that guy. And got about a minute. We got to repot. Or half a minute. We got to repot. I should say. This way. Again, we're basically using him to body block all the rats, so we don't actually have to fight them. Because again, we need to just focus on doing as much damage as we can for the supplies that we got. Speaking of which, he hits surprisingly consistently on us. This way. No, one of them made it through. Scurrius, really? Sir. I say sir, giant rodent. Repod. This is the most scuffed Scurrius fight. Yeah, I don't even want to see how my fights during Leaves looked. They were genuinely terrible. Which again, it's Leagues. It's basically all free. There. Come on. Back him real quick. Then back to him. Before he finishes healing up all of it. I hate these rats. Oh. Well, that's enough damage to heal from. Come on. Again, I'm not talking much because I do need to actually use my brain. If I use my brain, I mean just do terrible. Alright. Keep one rat alive and we should be able to just focus it. Unless the rat walks directly through and to come tag us. That's fine. Alright. Really? He pushed me into the thing. Where are we going? What? What's that? Alright, we probably don't have it on this one. On the other hand, at worst we just block out. We just politely leave. We can do that at any given time. That way. Come on. Keep tagging him. And then he's in the rage phase. He's eventually going to start just summoning as many rats as he can. Oh! Yep. And we immediately walk back onto the things. There. Alright. There. Use the rats. If we're going to take damage from the rats, we might as well use the rats. 74 HP. It's not terrible. Come on. Don't you dare. No, come on. Oh, there we go. Alright. Yeah, this is such a bad fight. 5 HP. He is down. That is our first Scurrius Casey on this account. And we got the Rune Shield! That's really funny. I was trying for a Rune Shield for forever. Alright. I think that's a fantastic place to stop the stream for tonight. We're not going to get more hype than that unless we get a Barrows chest. I don't think we're... Oh, we are running. I'm sorry, sir. We are leaving. Thank you, though. Alright. Well, you know what? That was pretty good. We're going to go ahead and stop here. Thank you all so much for checking out the stream. I'm very glad we managed to get Scurrius. Again, last night got him to 20. I was pretty sure we could get him. And that was a pretty scuffed fight, but still, a win's a win. But yeah, I will probably be grinding out Scurrius on my own, because I don't mean this like this. There's not a lot, like, to do with Scurrius. He's mostly just going to be, like, you know, some extra gold and some strength training, so it is what it is. I'll probably be recording bits of it, though, in case I get pet or any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you got any suggestions for future content, like bosses and stuff, because I did ask this at the beginning of the video, like, what bosses to go for next. Let me know, because, you know, community feedback is good, very helpful for deciding this kind of stuff. Thanks for checking out.